I was first diagnosed with psoriasis. I was 28. My oldest daughter had just been born a couple of months earlier, which is how I remember. Originally, I went to a dermatologist because I developed this odd rash on my elbows and knees. Over time, it got much worse, eventually covered my elbows and knees. My scalp was awful inside my ears, on my eyelid. I started noticing some additional symptoms, which I had no idea were connected to the psoriasis. About 4 years later, I developed this weird, what they called conjunctivitis. Both eyes were suddenly red and painful. Then I started having all kinds of other odd symptoms. Tendonitis in my shoulder, tendonitis in my elbow, severe carpal tunnel appeared in both hands, plantar fasciitis. I was getting everything, and it was one after the other after the other. Day-to-day activities were becoming more and more difficult. And by this point, the psoriasis was really bad. And he said, well, the blood test says rheumatoid arthritis, but you have a long history of psoriasis. We're just going to call it psoriatic arthritis because that seems to be what the problem is. And then he put me on some different medications. If someone has psoriasis, I think it is crucial for them to, for one thing, let their primary physician know about it. And you also have to really be on the lookout for any unusual symptoms. Don't just write it off because it could be psoriatic arthritis and not just a little tendonitis here or a little osteoarthritis there. It could be something pretty significant. I had no idea that psoriatic arthritis was connected to psoriasis. If you're experiencing any symptoms of any sort of joint pain or what you think is tendonitis, get in to see your primary physician and be persistent about it, because some doctors will write things off. You've got to really advocate for yourself. Again, be very insistent. This is not right. Something is not right. Can you refer me to a rheumatologist? If I had had treatment earlier, I would have felt a lot better. If you get treated correctly right away and it stops the progression of the disease, you can go on to feel great and not have the joint damage. I've gotten great information from the Arthritis Foundation, great webinars, lots of good information online. Don't give up. Just stay as active as you can, do as much as you can, and don't let it get in the way of your life. I was not going to just sit around, poor me. I was just getting on with it. And I think that it's really important to have a positive outlook and just stay as active and do as much as you can within limitations. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.